So why hello there. Today is going to be a fun video because I'm going to be putting on an almost full face of K-beauty. The products that I have in front of me are products that I've accumulated over the past year or so, and that was around the time when I started learning how to order things online. And so I have several eyeshadow palettes here. I have one from Coringco. As you can see, I've used this shade a lot. This is the Shabam eyeshadow bar palette. This one is so, reflective. I also have two black rouge palettes, two different colors. The one in my right hand is the CH01, which is the coral 코랄코프릿, and then 진천코프릿, which I'm not quite sure. Ginger. This is ginger, and then this one's coral, basically. So I got this one today. This one is the ginger one, and in comparison, this one is the coral one. As you can see, they're a bit different. The brown shades kind of look the same, but this one's a little more pinky, corally, and then this one's more of a tan transition shade. Maybe in comparison, they look very similar to the first eyeshadow palette I showed you, which was the Shabam eyeshadow palette. I have had this palette for over a year now, and I quite like it a lot. And then this is the fourth eyeshadow palette that I bought. So this is the I'm Danger Mimi box in red. They have three of these. Pink and brown were the other ones, but I gravitated towards this color scheme the most, as you can see. Wow, putting my hand over the mirror like a beauty guru. So it comes with a blush. You can also use this as an eyeshadow. And the reason why I was drawn to this palette was because of this shimmer shade right in the middle. It's very fiery. I'm pretty sure the name is Blooming Fire. Yeah, so I quite like the color scheme. And plus, I was gravitated towards this palette mainly because for the purposes of travel. I have these 4 palettes. You might have recognized that, or you might have realized that they have a similar color story. It's just that when I go and purchase like eyeshadow palettes, I tend to pick out the same color story unknowingly. Those are the eyeshadows. I do have 2 blushes to choose from. I'm gonna go through everything before I get to the complexion products. So I have the 3CE face blush in Soft Salmon. This is a pretty peachy a salmon shade, if you will. And it's a matte blush. Yeah, I like it. And then I have, this is not actually a Korean product, it's a Japanese product. All of the stuff I ordered from yesstyle. It is the Can Make Cream Cheek product. I think I'm going to be using this today. I swatched it already to see what the color is, but as you can see in the areas that I haven't swatched it, it's shiny. So we're going to see how this works on the skin. I've also seen this blush in Sophia Nygaard's video of when she did her whole face with Japanese makeup. And when she used that blush, I was drawn towards it. I was very interested in using this blush, mainly because it was quite affordable, if I could remember. I think this was like about $6 or $7. I have a couple of eyeliners to choose from. So I have 3 eyeliners to choose from. As you can see, I rubbed the name has rubbed off, except for this one. This one's brand new. They're all from McQueen, New York, and they supposedly are the same formulation. This is a new package. This is a new variation of these. This is in deep black, whatever that means. Not quite black, but it's deep black. And then I also have it in brown. It was like, what shade is this? It's rubbed off, but you can tell the color is brown. And then this is black. So I have all 3 shades that they make. And then for eyebrows, I have the Holika Wonder Drawing Skinny Eyebrow Pencil in the shade dark brown. I was going to get, when I purchased this, I was going to get the Pony Effect brow pencil because I quite like that brow pencil. It was very easy to use and I actually really loved that eyebrow pencil, but unfortunately they were out of stock when I purchased this one, so this was my second option that I chose. And then I have a gel liner from McQueen New York as well, a pencil gel liner. This is in the shade Cherry Blossom Latte. It's quite a shimmer shade, just saying. And then I have not a bronzer, but a contour palette, which is the Too Cool for School art class by Rodin. So it is a shading palette. You have 3 different shades to contour with. This is like a cool tone, like a grayish cool tone. But I'm gonna try and use this as a bronzer. I don't necessarily contour. I have the lip products, which they're a bit similar in shade. I have 2 from Peri Pera, the Ink Velvet. This is the Ink Air Stick, and this one's in 15 and this one's in 16. And then I also have the Rome and Juicy Lasting Tint, and this is in the shade Litchi Coral. Now moving on to the complexion products, I unfortunately do not have any complexion products with me, but replacing that product of a cushion foundation, I will be using the Synchro Skin Self-Refreshing Foundation from Shiseido. It is a Japanese brand, so it does fit the narrative that I'm building here. I forgot, I also have another product, another complexion product, which is the Peach C Peach Glow Makeup Base. It is a primer essentially that gives you a lit from within glow. I am using the Revlon Candid Concealer Photo Ready Candid Concealer in the shade 027, which is just a biscuit. So let me put my hair back and let's get started on using this. Yes, I am doing this in a white shirt. I don't know why. So as you can see, my face seems a bit glowy. It's actually oily right now, so I'm going to be taking a tissue and kind of wiping this. So I'm just gonna dab dab dab, make my face look matte. Okay, so I'm going to be taking the Peach C Peach Glow Makeup Base. I will be putting the prices on the screen so you know exactly how much it costs in case you are interested in purchasing this. I'm going to take that much of a dollop. I'm going to dot it all over my face and use my fingers to spread it. So it does have like this iridescent kind of glow where it shifts from pink to purple. I'm gonna rub the extra on the back of my hand. Can't really tell, but in person it does shift from pink to purple. And I quite like the way this primer sits. It just kind of, my skin kind of soaks it in. And now I've returned to my original state. I'm gonna be taking this Shiseido Synchro Skin Self-Refreshing Foundation. This is in the shade 260 Cashmere. It is a neutral undertone. Shake, shake, shake. Shake, shake, shake. Twist. I'm gonna use about half a pump. So this is what it looks like. In the bottle, it looks quite light, but on my hand, it actually matches me, so no worries. I promise you, it'll match me. Don't worry. Blending it in. I quite like this foundation. I use it a lot actually. And I'm going to be taking the Juno & Co sponge and kind of bouncing it in. I get red around my nose. I'm pretty sure everyone does. Ta-da. I'm going to go in with the concealer and go underneath my eyes. This is a bit brighter. It's also like, there's caffeine in this product apparently. So as you can see, that's how much concealer I'm going to put. While the concealer is like cooking, I'm going to fill in my brows with the Skinny Eyebrow from Holika Holika. I find that this brow pencil is a little too warm for me, the color actually. I'm quite fine with the shape and like the texture of the brow pencil, but I think I should have gotten a different color when I purchased this. Nice and archy. What I like about this packaging is that it does this. It's nice and secure. Like other brow product pencils, the lids and caps aren't that secure. I quite enjoy the packaging on this. I keep losing those caps, damn it. Wow. And as you can see, the base is done. Now I look flat. I'm going to now take the Can Make cream cheek blush in the shade 07, something coral. I'm gonna dip in my ring finger into the same spot that I swatched. This is what it looks like, and then I'm gonna put it up here where it would look like you had been working out a bit and your face just got flushed from working out. It melts into the skin. I don't know if you could tell a difference, but it's quite nice. Very easy. It's kind of foolproof now that I'm using it. I've never actually used a cream blush before. I quite like this. I look youthful. Wow, I just came from the gym and she looks like this, gorge. But now I'm gonna put on this. I'm gonna dip into the deeper shades to bronze. I get bronze contour. I'm gonna dip into the darker shade, and then I'm gonna tap, tap, tap. Ooh, she's getting chiseled. And then I'm gonna go on the perimeter of, this is quite nice. This is the most I've actually used this powder. Boom. I look fresh as a ham. We are on to the eyeshadows. Now, I have already used these three before. This one is new to me, so I will use this one today. I quite like the packaging of this quad. Let me just swatch these for you, just so you can see what shade they are. This is this shade. It kind of matches my skin a bit. When I swatched it this morning, it kind of looked like my skin. That is the shade base. That's the shade base. This is the crystal glitter shade. So this is the glitter shade. This is what it looks like. There, it's a nice topper shade. So it's very clear. Putting this on by itself is probably gonna look very pretty. Then we have the shimmer shade. It's this bronzy brown. It's really like a ginger shade, like a gingerbread. When I think of ginger, I think of the yellow stuff. And then this is the ganache color. This is probably for like lining your eyes. It's like a chocolate brown, quite nice. This one's the one that I'm going to be using, but I will swatch the other ones for you if you're interested. Otherwise, skip through this portion. Crystal Heart Lock Shadow in the shade Coral. So the other one that I have, it's a bit more pinky. So this pink shade, pinky shade, this pinky shade for your base. That's how they want you to apply it, as your base. There. This one is the glitter shade. This one would also look pretty by itself. It's a little more on the orange side in comparison to the last one. This one, the shimmer shade, it's kind of similar. It's a bit lighter, more orangey, more corally, I guess. And then the last one is Hot Chocolate Milk. And it does look like that shades. If you like using the same look over and over again, this is probably, getting a quad like this might be a good addition to your collection. Next, I'm going into the Shabam Shabam, which you can see a correlation between these two shadows and these shadows. So I'm going from top to bottom. All the names are related to night. So this is the Shy Night. So this is the orange shimmer shade, the transition shade or base shade, and then this more bronzy shade. This is very reflective, if you can see. So the first shade, the second shade, third shade. So there are 3 shimmers and 3 matte shades in here. I like the formulation of the mattes in here. They're quite smooth and buttery. This is my favorite shade out of the whole palette. This is a pink shimmer shade. It's more of a topper than a full-on shimmer or metallic shade. Those 3. The pink shade right here. This is the pink one. Here is the... You can compare this shade to the chocolate shade from the Coral palette. They're quite similar shades. Please let it be known that I like to choose palettes that look similar to one another. I'm Danger red palette from I'm Mimi. Here do. Alright, so the first row. This palette is set up in a way that you could do this. So those are the shades. Dun dun. That's quite light, as you can see. Dun dun. Dun dun. Those are those shades, the top row. Second row There are a total of 4 mattes in this palette. The middle shade needs a little more force. It's a little bit stiff here. This is a good transition shade. The first shade would be a good all over base shade. I bought it for this shade right here at the palette, but unfortunately it doesn't show up that well on camera. But it's nice, it's pretty. And then this is a shimmery shade. These are glitter toppers. And then the last row, so there's that brown, this brown, and then last but not least, ta-da, 9 shades. Can't really tell here, but 9 shades total. And then I'll also swatch the blush in this palette that you could use on your lids here. So how I'm going to do my eye look, I am going to essentially use my fingers. When I apply eyeshadow, I typically just use one brush. So I'm going to be using one brush for this. I have this fluffy brush and I'm going to be dipping into this shade as an all over shade. So I'm just gonna kind of sweep it over in my crease. This eye, that eye might not look like a difference. Next I'm gonna go into this glitter shade and kind of put it all over my lids. I'm gonna put this all over the lid. I'm gonna deepen up. I'm gonna use that shimmer shade and kind of put it in the outer corner, close to my lash line. And then I'm gonna take the deeper shade onto this and then kind of buff it through the lash line. That's pretty good. Next, we're gonna go in and we're gonna put this in the waterline. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention, I don't have any Korean mascara. Next we have eyeliner. I have 3 shades to choose from. I don't know, can you tell the difference? You probably can't. And it's really waterproof. I think I'm going to use this one, the black one. Wank, wonk, wank. Wow, shiny. Now I'm going to be putting on a lip product. I have 3 to choose from, as you can see. So this is the Roman, the Litchi Coral one. Shade 09. It's a lip tint, so that's what it looks like. I like the way this smells, actually. And then the Ink Velvet. I thought this was a dropper because of the packaging, but it's not. Right there. And then this is in the shade Beauty Peak Rose. And then this is the stick Fog Rose. It's quite matte. I typically don't like matte lipstick, but this is pretty. I think I'm gonna go for this one. And that is the finished look, using almost everything that is K Beauty products. This is sort of like a review slash get ready with me. So if you made it this far in the video, thanks so much for watching, and I'll hopefully see you next time. Bye bye. I'm back.